Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a little bit of a while, really busy with work, but I put on my Instagram for some ideas of videos that you'd like to see. So I decided to make this one, and this is my go-to glowy look. This is all about the skin, so make sure you prep, pop a sheet mask on, moisturise, get your skin in top condition before you start this look. So first of all, I've exfoliated and then treated the skin with a skin mask. I'm going to start with the brows, so I'm just brushing them up and getting them all nice and smooth. I'm applying a little bit of the foundation just underneath the brow, ready for when I put the primer and my eyeshadow on. So I'm just applying a little bit of primer and letting that set while I do the brows. Using a very thin brush, I'm just applying some brow wax and some brow powder in upward strokes into the eyebrows. I want them to look nice and fluffy. So by doing it in this direction, that's the effect you're going to get. I'm brushing them up as we go along. The mascara one's going to help blend it all in. I'm then going around the brows with a concealer brush and just a little bit of foundation and just neatening them up. Next I'm taking some soap brows, again on a clean mascara wand, and I'm just brushing up the brows and making the hairs stand upwards. You can see here the difference between doing that with this brow and this brow. Next I'm taking some neutral colours from my KKW Beauty Classic palette, and I'm just applying it all over the lid. I'm getting that buffed in. I'm not being too precise because I want it to be quite nice and smoky. And I'm just applying that all the way from the socket to the lash line, and then just underneath the eyes as well. Next I'm taking the bronzy colour from the palette and just applying it onto the lid only. I don't want it to go above the socket. I'm using a fluff brush, but then I'm also taking my finger to get a little bit more concentration of the metallic colour. Next I'm taking the darker two colours in the palette and I'm squashing the fluff brush together and creating a nice angled effect for the brush to apply the powder into the outside corner of the eye. It doesn't have to be too precise because then you're going to go back in with your bigger brush and you're going to blend it all outwards and make sure it's nice and blended evenly. I'm then going to take that darker brown colour and put it underneath the lash line and also on top as if you were using it as a liner. But I'm applying it in diagonal motions to create a smoky line on the outside edge only. Next I'm just applying some Dream Cream and some Bobbi Brown Enriched face base all over the skin. This is going to give it a really nice glowy base. And next I'm applying some strobe cream on. This look is all about the glowy skin, so it's important to keep some attention on that. I'm applying some Nars Luminous Finish Foundation all over the face. And then I'm just applying some Cover FX drops in with the foundation. I like to rub it with my fingers first just to make sure it's all nice and sort of blended into the skin with the warmth of your fingers. And then I go ahead and take a beauty blender and just make sure it's all nice and even and soft. You need to make sure you blend it into the jawline and around the ears, and be careful going around the brows. Next I'm taking some Bobbi Brown corrector underneath the eyes and then going over with a MAC concealer. I'm making sure that's nice and blended around the shadow we've already applied. I'm then going in with some Nars concealer underneath the eye just to brighten it up, and a little bit on the forehead too. Next I'm taking some contour and I'm going straight in with the beauty blender because I don't want this look to be too precise. I want it to be nice and blended and sort of bronzed. So I'm going in underneath the cheekbone and using it sort of half as a blush, half as a bronzer and as a contour as well. I'm going in around the hairline also. Again, making sure everything is really nice and blended. I'm then going in and I'm contouring the nose. I like to just do a little bit on the sides and a little bit underneath to shorten the nose. And again, take your beauty blender and just blend it all in. Next I'm taking some Kylie highlight and I'm just putting it in the corners of the eye.
Again, taking the Custom Cosmetic drops from Cover FX, I'm using 2 different colours here and mixing them and applying it on top of the foundation. I like to use this quite generously for this bit. And I'm then taking a beauty blender and I'm just blending it over the skin. It takes a little bit of working, so I'm just going to keep blending it and keeping it nice and seamless with the foundation. I also wanted to pop some in the nose area and the bridge between the eyes, as that gives it the effect of a nice nose shape. Next I'm taking some Vaseline and again that Kylie highlighter and just adding it just as a little pop on to the cheekbones, and this just helps it keep it nourished and dewy. I'm just applying some Charlotte Tilbury lipstick to the cheeks. Again, this gives it a nice dewy flushed look, and this is the perfect colour for my skin tone. I do find that this colour works on a lot of skin tones really, really well. Next, I'm just applying a little bit of liner onto the lips. This is a KKW Beauty Nude one. I'm just applying it on the lips and then I'm blending it inwards. I don't want anything too harsh with this look. So I'm just colouring in the lips and again blending it with the finger. I'm then just blotting a little bit of gloss onto the lips and keeping them looking nice and nourished and dewy and hydrated. And I'm just popping a bit of luminous powder around the nose and the chin just to make sure it looks dewy and not greasy. I'm then popping on this mascara, which is an absolute lifesaver for if you want dewy skin so your mascara doesn't run underneath. This is the Estée Lauder Double Wear and it creates tubes around your lashes and it literally doesn't budge if you have this sort of makeup on. So that is the look complete.